sounded like a dot.
We're
Yes.
good here.
Sweet. What's going on over there?
Facebook.
How we doing over here, YouTube? How's everybody doing?
What's going on, everybody?
For CEO, founder, Coach Michael Price, and Curtis.
How we doing with Dave Rooney?
Curtis right out. 2IC here. I'm Dustin Capps. Welcome to episode 6 of Damn Good Average Bowler Podcast, or DGAB, episode 6. We are glad to have you with us or watching in a future time, joining us. How's everybody doing, fellas? How we doing today?
Well, I guess the crud's been going around,
Yes,
and
it
we're
is.
all getting over it, so.
The crud is going around. My allergies are killing me.
I got up this morning, that's a plus.
He did. Jumped out of bed looking this spry and handsome, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
woke up like this.
No effort here. Do you believe that? It's hard to believe, Chris.
But we're all three on camera. I feel like this is like
We
the first
are.
time since episode 1.
Well, we have been saying that since episode 1 that we are trying to evolve and make things better and this and that. So,
Alright.
6 episodes later, I don't know. I think we're improving. What do you guys think? Let us know anytime.
Yes.
Jump in the comments. We're watching. If you have a question, comment, concern, you want to say hi, you want to talk smack, let us know. We'll certainly do it for you.
And let us know about the sound, because
Yes.
we're doing StreamYard on Facebook, and we're doing Dustin's phone from YouTube.
Yes.
So please let us know. Hopefully our sound guy Zach will let us know what's going on, because I do see one. All live chats are good.
Nice.
Awesome.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Zach.
And let us know what you think about this view. This was Mike's idea. Like this, we're trying something a little
Yep.
different here.
Trying a couple different angles, just to see.
I'm gonna
I kinda-
keep forgetting I'm over there.
I kind of got the idea from like the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
He had his little different cameras, and so.
I like it. Let us know what you think. We would be interested to hear it. So, some exciting things going on today, as normal when we join you. First, let's kind of talk about let's recap the first annual invitational only Damn Good Average Bowler tournament that we did last year. Tell us about that, Mike.
So we did this back in November. We had 48 entries, ended up paying out the top 10, and we are back for our second edition of this tournament. Bobby McMillan is our defending champion. He is entering tonight to defend the crown. And as you guys can tell right here, if you've been seeing the stories and that Dustin's been posting, this championship belt we got from TrophySmack.com. Highly recommend them. And they come very highly recommended because Mark Cuban on the Shark Tank is the one that actually endorsed them on the show. He was on board as soon as they did. So if you got a chance to check that.
episode.
Yeah. So
He was
that,
awesome on it.
yeah. So I got this idea in my head. I said, and here lately I've been collecting WWE title belts. I'm sure you guys have seen that on my personal Instagram and on my Facebook page. But it gave me the idea for this. Speaking of which, Zach was checking to make sure our stuff is all good. Beginning the next, getting off base here a little
No,
bit. which
keep
is
going,
what
bro.
we
I
do.
got you.
But I do want to bring it to everybody that is bowling in the summer. We will crown new tag team champions.
Yeah.
We're going to have 2 belts. Whoever wins it, it's property of the league. And Zach was our gracious donor, so everybody make sure you give him a big shout out when we see him next time.
Thank you, Zach.
Good job, Zach.
So, but we're going to give the champions an option if they want to take the belt. They just pay $220. And
I tell you, I'm buying one. I mean, interrupt. That's how excited I am. You keep going. If I win, I'm buying my
That
belt.
is assuming you win.
Yeah.
Huge if.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, coming up in the summer, we're only going to have like 6 or 7 teams that came back from the winter. And we've got a couple of people that bowled in the winter that are going to have different teammates. So I'm anticipating anywhere from 16 to 20 teams for the summer, which is pretty good for summertime.
Nice. I like it. And moving up to what do you think in fall? What do we have right now?
For
24 teams?
We'll probably fill it up in the
Yeah.
fall.
Nice.
You heard me in the meeting last week when I said, guys, if you're going to bowl in the fall, we've got to make sure that we have you down because they will fill up quick.
Yeah.
I remember when we hit 34, Curtis and I were very I think we were kind of surprised. I don't know, Curtis. I know we had a goal. I think me and you looked at each other, and I actually think Curtis said it to me. He goes, I want to fill this house up.
I was still shocked though. I didn't think we were going to do it.
Right.
But they go to show the power of marketing.
Yep.
This guy is really good at cultivating really fun leagues for people to bowl in. And how can you say no to this face? So I mean, put those two things together, and
Those are two really good points.
I did make sure to buzz my head this morning, so it's a little bit shinier than normal.
You guys both look great, but on a serious note though, those were two good points. The first one, it's really impressive with what you've done, man. I talk about it a lot because it's true, and again, I'm glad you brought it up. Like the things that you're doing to bring the brand up and that everybody around is awesome. Dude, there's a belt sitting in front of us right now. The winner of the second tournament that we're gonna do today that we're gonna talk about, they get this.
Yeah.
They're taking this home because of this guy. Like, the things that you're doing are awesome, man. Plus, look at this little, look at this face. You know what I mean? Between the belt and the face, I don't understand what else you could ask for.
I take the belt.
Y'all tell take the belt to your face. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was reflex. Couldn't help it. But no, we're doing awesome things. And so touch on, Mike,
Yeah.
for us, why the DGAB tournament, the league itself. If you're not familiar with the Damn Good Average Bowler League, we'll touch on that really quick. And then why the tournament came about when you're ready. Kind of talk to us about those if you can.
So the idea behind the tournament is you guys know we're, what is that, Curtis? Ain't sanctioned?
We ain't sanctioned.
Ain't sanctioned. And our league is kind of like the minor league of like bowling leagues here. And I wanted to come up with a tournament format, an easy tournament format, nothing too complicated, that would get some of our bowlers the experience to be able to, first of all, give them the confidence, because every time I say tournament, it's like when I first started like telling everybody about this idea, and for the first one, everybody's like, I don't know about all that. I'm like, look, this is, you're bowling amongst your peers. It's this league only, nobody else, other than people that have bowled in the league before. And a couple things are coming with the next one. We've got a couple ideas. I'm not going to discuss them right now because they're still in brainstorm mode. But stay tuned for that for future episodes. And I think everybody is. I think everybody's going to like it when we I finally get the details together. So
Let them cook.
Yeah.
let them cook.
Okay, let's get cook.
So, but another thing about it is I wanted to do the second one. And I wanted to really just like take it up a level. It's like we did the Crystal Trophy, which again, Bobby, Bobby dropped it in awesome PDW fashion like Pete Weber did back in 1991 with the U.S. Open Trophy. It did not break, so that was good.
That was another awesome thing that you had gotten.
That was another awesome thing. My mom just commented on her Facebook feed. She said, "Hello." Now say it like Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. Hi, Mom. Oh man, #1 fan right there.
Yeah, man, I like it. My mom should be joining it too. What up?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going back and forth between all of them right here. My mom says everything is good on YouTube as well.
Awesome.
She's checking it. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you. And so for the second annual tournament that we're doing today, how many do we have? We got 30.
Right now we've got 31. We lost 3 today. We had a couple back out, which has to be expected. I had about 56 for the first one, and we ended up dropping down to about 48. So dropouts, comes with the territory, but I try to do everything I can to be extremely integrated as possible, I believe is the word, because I don't want people waiting, because I wouldn't want to wait. I can go ahead and tell you this, guys, right now, I've already got everybody's lane assignment. I've already got the handicaps put in. I've got the sheet ready to go. So when you guys come in at 5 o'clock this evening, when we open up the tournament table, you're going to know exactly where you're going, and we're going to go like that. My mom put some sort of emoji, but it kind of came up with, I don't know what that is, but we'll go with that. So
you've also got something to
oh,
share
thumbs
with us.
up, 3 thumbs up.
Nice. I only do 2. Terry's coming back with a 3rd, that's right.
There we go.
We talked about that, and we got the odds sheet earlier in the week you sent out.
Yes. Did you bring that? Because I did not.
Nope, but I was just excited that I was not underdog or super underdog.
No.
I made the numbers, baby. I think I'm like Greg and I.
You're like 15 to 1.
I think I'm 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Okay.
15 sounds a little big.
I think my favorite thing about this league is that those underdogs, like Bobby McMillan last year,
Yeah.
can actually come up on top and just upset the whole thing of what we thought was going to happen.
Right.
With all these legacy bowlers.
You guys ever heard?
200 plus. They weren't the winners last time.
Have you guys ever heard of Calcutta?
Yeah.
So with bowling, like you guys tonight, you could actually do a Calcutta if y'all went to. Like you basically bid on who you want to pick to see who's going to win. You know, like you put them on your team or something. It's pretty. Like I don't know the absolute necessities. I just know that's the logist behind Calcutta.
It'd be like throwing darts. I mean, like Curtis just said, it's like you have no idea who's gonna catch. That's what's great about this. I think that's what's fun. That would be fun too, though, to put stakes on something. But I mean, what you created with the whole concept of the decaf, the good average bowler, is fantastic, and I think what you aimed for, you hit. But it's very comfortable, very relaxed. I mean, I've only been here since. I feel like I know just about everybody already. Everybody's cool, you know what I mean? There's no pressure of anything like that. So it's a lot of fun and you get to experience a tournament style type of deal. With that, let's talk about the sweeper finale.
Yes. So we got to the end of our 16-week session for the fall winter sweeper schedule. And you guys can check out actually, and I'm gonna go on here real quick because I like having the stuff right by here for us to verify while that's loading. Don't forget to visit damngoodaveragebowler.net. Get some of my dope merchandise.
So your sweeper also is hashtag ain't sanctioned also. Right?
No, it's ain't sanctioned. You're right. Absolutely, sir. And you can check out all the sweeper results previously. And then I want to give a shout out is Morgan Droughty. She helped me put this website together and she helps me keep my results up to date. So all these little spreadsheet looking things you see on the website, this is all hers. So appreciate that, Morgan.
Pretty legit.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks way too. I'm already confused and lost and scared looking at it.
No, it's okay. So
It's awesome. I'm just
what you're seeing here, I got to bring this in a little closer. So for this one, we had 30 bowlers. We were going for 32, but y'all, I went through alternates all the way down to 50 points. That's how deep into the list we got. Some of the people had tournament commitments prior, so they couldn't make it. But we ended up having 30. High qualifier for the finale was Michael Robbins with a 637. And also another thing about it is we bowled on dual patterns, which means the left lane was 34-foot PBA Wolf, and the right lane was 48-foot PBA Shark. So very, yeah. So it dual patterns really put your mental resolve to the test. But Michael Robbins came out as high qualifier with 637. And rounding out, we did do the top 5 for the step ladder. It was Michael Robbins, Tony Churchy, AJ Landis, Ocean Clayton, and Tim Nolan. Tim Nolan was an alternate too, and he slipped into the top 5. And then, Tim Nolan.
Yeah.
Yep. And he ended up beating. He was a 5 seed. He beat the 4 seed Ocean Clayton 176 to 123, and he came down to a barn burner against AJ Landis. And AJ ain't gonna want me to remind him of, but AJ ended up on the long pattern, and he was trying to purposely go Brooklyn. He said that while the match was going on, and he ended up going through the nose, splitting, hitting 2, and he lost to Tim by 1 pin, 170 to 169. So yeah, AJ, he wasn't too thrilled with that. But then Tim ran out of gas against the timeless wonder Tony Churchy, and Tony beat him 204 to 138. And then in the final match, Tony just absolutely cleaned Michael Robbins' clock, 234 to 146. And it just goes to show you, like, Robbins qualified with 637, and then he had that one match, and we had a couple pairs of, a couple lanes down there for the guys that were waiting through the step ladder final to keep themselves loose. And there was just, it's amazing what happens. You're fine, you get through qualifying, you do what you do, and all of a sudden at one match, and I mean, I don't speak from experience, but I can tell you, I watched, there was a PBA telecast. EJ Tackett was the top seed, needing one match to win, and he didn't win, and I think he lost to Kyle Troop, if I'm not mistaken, in the Indiana Classic.
Yes.
Somebody can verify that.
I'm pretty sure that was just a couple months back.
So yeah, so that's what happened with the sweeper finale, and then we're already in. We're about 3 or 4 sweepers deep into the spring-summer schedule, and we'll go over that real quick. It's not going to take me long. So Johnny Petraglia, 46-foot pro pattern. Travis Cathy came out here and just absolutely annihilated the field with 742.
Good Lord.
He went 259, 227, 256, won every high game pot, which we have not had done in the entire scratch sweeper existence until then. And he has the highest set of 742. Nobody's came close.
Wow.
So yeah, just to give you a couple of insights here. Second place was Jeff Heath with 679. That's pretty stout in its own right.
I've seen Jeff bowl a lot. Like he's one of the guys, the good bowlers that I've seen bowl quite a bit.
Mhm.
He's pretty solid, so that's a big statement right there.
And then a cool shout out to our good boy, Nicholas Delgado.
Appointee.
He cashed in third place with a 612.
Nikki Two Ring.
Yep. Yep. Or a little Nicky, because Popeye's
Yes.
chicken is freaking awesome.
How does it go? How does it go?
And then we had the following sweeper was on Mark Roth, 42 feet. Jeff Heath, obviously you knew his name was going to come around again. He totally annihilated the field and shot 699. His last game was 290.
Wow.
290 on a 42-foot PBA Pro pattern. And to give you guys some context, Ronnie Goodlow was, so I told you guys, Jeff Heath won with 699.
Mm-hmm.
Second place was Ronnie Goodlow with 577. Absolutely annihilated the field. And AJ came in third with 573. So,
Wow.
and then last week we had the PBA Dragon pattern, which was 45 feet. And new kid, Ryan Kendall, I've been talking to this kid since he came in and practiced, and Wes was actually talking to him too. And I gave him a complete schedule, and he's been here every single time. Since I gave him the schedule, and he won last week with a 616 series. Jonathan Bertram was second with the 569, and Jeff Heath was third with the 567. So you're hearing a common theme here of Jeff Heath has cashed in all three so
Yeah.
far. And latest one was today. Once again, Ryan Kendall went back to back. Actually, he shot. Let me see if I can get this pulled up real quick because I do still have the results. That's not it. Let's see, Scratch Masters. Let me look at this.
With oil pattern, something while you're doing that, I'm gonna have you come back to after this.
Yep.
But with your sweepers,
Yeah.
how many patterns are you gonna face in your sweepers? And then also, kind of almost a coach's corner, dumb it down for us. If you're not an avid bowler or even familiar with the length or shot at all, I didn't know it was called shot before. To me, it was oil.
Mhm.
You know, I've learned a lot since I've been here. So again, I'm not trying to interrupt this.
Right.
Once you finish that, let's come back.
Okay.
Oil patterns, the significance, and then what that really means.
Okay. To round it out, Ryan Kendall. Also, Ryan Kendall started off the day with a 290, so he pretty much set the pace.
I saw that earlier.
But check this out. He shot 135 his last game, y'all, and he still won with a 652 series because second place was 571.
Wow.
Wow.
So the 290 just
Yes.
gave him a really comfortable lead.
It
And
seems like your first placers are like destroying.
yeah, well, the thing about, so good to your point, bringing us in about the patterns. The one thing I've noticed about these PBA patterns, they are very playable, much like the sport patterns that I'm very deviously known for, according to my buddy Kyle Harris. And we're getting through those. We've got 2 left. It's going to be 48-foot shark next week, and then the week after is 34-foot wolf. Those are the last 2 worth double points. Everything will go back to normal after that. You guys can check out the schedule. We've got that going. And give me a minute because apparently one of our guys is here to pick up their money from last week. They were not here last week for the end of the league, so I need to do my secretarial duties. You can tell them about how awesome that Black Widow 3.0 is.
So it comes with a little tale of how dumb I am.
I'll be right back, guys.
I ended up with the Black Widow Free. I love it, first off, throwing 3 games with it. I went to Missouri a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And I took my bowling rig. I just really want to say rig right there. I took my bag and set up and everything down there with me because I went bowling down there. And I was about an hour away from Missouri driving back here to Bama when I realized
What happened?
I left my bowling ball bag there in Missouri in my buddy's truck. So, it was a conundrum. I was already way too committed to driving here. I was like, there's no way I'm going back. And kind of in my head the whole time, I'm like, now I can get the Black Widow 3.
I have an excuse now.
Because I've been wanting it. I've been bugging Mike since even before it dropped. I'm like, yo, because I have the Black Widow 2.0. That's the first main one that I got and had drilled. So I've been wanting it since it came out. But I couldn't really justify it. You know what I mean? Until I did accidentally now. I mean, I got something in my eye right now.
No.
But
What do you like about the Black Widows so much?
that's a great question, man. I don't know, like when you see something that you just kind of like, the look of it, the vibe, the feel, the whole kind of thing. So I got the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. And because I was trying not to say it's T-Beta, but I got the 2.0 hybrid and loved it. I just like how it moves. It looks awesome. The color scheme is awesome, which I mean, I know it doesn't matter.
Yes, it
bowling
does.
ball,
Yes, it does.
but it does matter.
I like to see the ball look really cool when it's going down, when
Yes.
it's spinning and all
Yeah,
that.
because I mean, I got the matching chamois. You know what I mean? But I did also need a new pair of shoes. Are the shoes still on sale? Because I'll hit that real
We
quick.
got plenty of shoes on sale right
Okay.
now.
And
It's the end of the season.
Because on my drive back, I noticed right after that, he didn't even know I'd left my stuff yet. I hadn't told him how dumb I was. And then boom, I saw the post of shoes were on sale. I'm like, perfect. Because it actually couldn't work better. I'm not trying to do a plug right now. It's just how it goes. But I'd also left my shoes down there because they're in my bag. Right? And
Bowling World.
yeah. Well, the shoes I have are awesome. I love them. They've got the skull and crossbones on them, you know. But they're more novelty looking. Like you can only bowl so many games in those shoes. Like you got to know your equipment. You know what I mean? And I knew that they weren't that great. So boom, I love the new pair of shoes. Which ones? I got the ones with the wire where you cinch them down.
They're white and blue?
Yes.
Yeah, those are the KR Mavericks.
They're nice.
Yeah, we're
I like
selling
them.
those for $99.99.
Yeah.
And the shoe normally runs $220.
They feel like it on your feet.
And we got a thumbs up from Samantha Jean Klaus.
Nice.
When you buy shoes, do you make sure the slide is the same, or do you match that to it?
I tried that. I was sliding a little bit in the pro shop. Had a great time with Tanya. She was helping me out. Shoes. But I didn't know. I tried on. I really.
Tara? Was it
Yes. Yes.
Tara.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. But it was a great time. I really like the slide-on shoes. I don't know if you still got that pair. There were no laces. You literally just pull them on your foot.
Yeah, you pull on your foot and you twist them. And
Oh, those?
No.
No.
Oh, that must have been a pair
The
of
yellow,
shoes.
like yellow and gray.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's one pair of those left.
I remember I got some new shoes, and on the bowling lane, there's the first set of arrows, the second set of arrows, or the dots. I bowled the second set of dots, and I got some new shoes, and I put on like the slide that are the most slippery.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, and I went to bowl, and I slid right over the line, and just fell right into the line.
Now I did. This is the first pair of shoes like we talked about. I didn't know they were that expensive. That's freaking awesome. They feel like it though. They make you step your game up. They're much different feel than the shoes that I had. But these are the first set that I had with the
Interchangeable.
The interchangeable. Thank you. The heels and the yeah. I was like, oh man, I'm big time now. Level. I can't keep up with my equipment.
That's what threw me at interchangeable. Like, let's try them
Yeah.
all. Boom. I'm like, all right. But the ones that stood the most were the best for me, so I ended up having to go from the second dots to the first dots right by the front of the umbrella and just lengthen my stride after that.
It is. It's funny the things that change. And I got not to say schooled, but I was going with Mark that night, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and he kind of walked me through. I use the 8s here, I think, and because you got 10 and 12 other stuff. It's crazy the world we live in. Love it.
10
Great
years in,
shoes.
and I'm still learning. Still
Yeah, oh my
learning.
gosh. The more you learn, the more you find out you don't know anything.
Oh yeah.
It's like that with anything. It's like, holy crap. And then this guy over here, when you think you're the coolest guy at the table, then this guy shows up. That feels
Stop
That was
it.
good segue.
Stop it.
All right. That was some good filler there, but that's an absolutely true story. I'm a moron, and that's why I have that gorgeous ball right there. And you have another new one that you're proud of.
Yes, I do.
Which one is your, okay, that.
Again, y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, shout out, jokes, whatever?
Do it here for our Facebook group. Do it here for the YouTube group. This is the new hammer effect, and guys, I got another one on order. That's how much I like this ball.
Wow.
Actually,
Question, you have the same one on order?
yes,
I was gonna ask that too.
Why do you have the same one twice?
because why not?
That's a good reason.
I mean, that's it.
When you like a ball that much, you want to store one aside, just because. Like my first 3 games out, I shot 792 with it. I was close to 8.
Ooh. That's why I said what I said when you sat down, you a-hole. This guy, it's no, I love him as
No, it's just like it's a really good first impression to have really high scores, but I knew something was up with it the first time I rolled it. I was like, there's not many bowling balls that grab your attention and make you go, there's something about this ball that I cannot, and I'm shaking the water, so that's my bad.
You actually commented something that to me, like when you were drilling it, it was kind of not out of character, but it was different for you. I was like, that's odd you're mentioning a very specific ball that you're.
Well, here's another thing about it. Every single effect I've drilled, and everybody else, if somebody has this ball, you can confirm this for me too. This one smells like Energizer ball cleaner that sometimes we sell in the shop. It smells citrusy.
Yeah, you can have me smell the ball.
Yeah.
I was like, that's strange. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it to
Man.
Need some more water, Curtis?
Oh man.
Need some more water, Curtis?
Moving on.
This ain't sanctioned, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag.
Ain't sanctioned. I'm gonna get me some more water.
Oh.
For that.
Actually, no. On a serious note, that is a new thing, though. Scented balls.
Well, it's
When
not
did
really
they
it's not really a new thing. Storm has kind of always been the leader of that.
New to me. Sorry, I was out of it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just put in case somebody said anything.
Yeah.
But no, that came about with the CEO's wife was going through the plant. She didn't like the way it smelled in there, so she came up with the concept: hey, why don't we infuse the bowling balls with different scents? And it's ranged all the way from grape to cinnamon to apple to crisp to chocolate to vanilla, and even sometimes they've mixed a fruit and a chocolate in there or something, you know? So it's like chocolate, citrus or whatever. And some of the ones are like, but some of the other ones are like, ooh, wow. And I don't know, like I said, another thing about Brunswick here as of late, producing these strong bowling balls is another additive called HK22. HK22 is basically giving you the reactions you're seeing, like really, really clean reactions. Because I know you said right here, you like this one. Like this one's like, leaps and bounds above. I remember when I first drilled mine and I was out there throwing it and he was out there going, holy crap, dude, that thing hooks. I'm like, yeah. And when it hooks for me, guys, high rev players don't need it. If it hooks for me, high rev players don't need it.
I'm not high rev.
So then it's perfect then.
I'm not.
No, because what I'm saying is, okay, one thing about this too is that when I started throwing this ball, my coworker Alex, he came up to me and he goes, "What do you think of that?" And I was like, "Dude, I love this ball. I've thrown it 3 times and I know something special is with it." And I said, "Why do you?" I was like, "Why do you? What are we trying to do with, worrying about how I like something?" He goes, "Well, Michael, if it turns the corner for you, then it'll turn the corner for just about anybody." And I was like, "Ha ha, piss off, whatever." But he had a point. I don't hook it a whole lot. A lot of people say, "Oh, you put a lot of hook on it." I really don't, guys. I did. My rev rate is not super high. I just can throw the living crap out of it.
I do like the kind of like jump finish you do. It's almost like our energy goes in and poof, there's like a little jump at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you freaking rocket that thing.
Well, I mean, I don't know what Curtis called it. My sweet chin music.
Foot goes up so high. I'm like, good Lord.
Listen, but another thing about it is though, now the video I showed you for 2015, yes, I did. I shot 300 with this ball a couple weeks ago.
For number 24.
Number 24. I wasn't going to say it because last
I
time I
know.
told you, you gave me a bunch of crap about it. Like number 24.
It doesn't, Michael, what you need to understand is it doesn't matter what you say, I can give you crap about it.
I understand that.
That's what I do to people that I love.
Okay. All right. Well, give more crap to Curtis.
I don't even need you. You should have seen when this guy walked in today. Just,
He made me blush.
boy, skin turned purple. So on this ball though,
Yeah.
what if I were to get that? Would I see a difference? And now this is me personally asking. This isn't for the show. If would I see a difference?
Yes.
Drastically.
This is a pearl. This is a solid. They're both asymmetric cores.
This is where I start.
Yeah. So you have a core. You have a core.
Yep.
Okay. And let's just say it's symmetric.
Yes.
Cut a symmetric core in half, 2 even equal
Yep.
pieces. If it's asymmetric, you cut it in half. One side of the core's got more mass than the
Okay.
other.
What's the significance? Why do we care?
Well, it comes down to how we drill a bowling ball for a particular bowler.
Mhm.
So, for instance, let's just say I drilled both. Let's say I just took this effect. I drilled it the way I like it, and I gave you the same layout.
Mhm.
Me and you, or us, we would go out on the lane. We could both throw it, and 3 things could happen. One, we could say, "Oh, this ball's freaking phenomenal." B, we could both go, "This ball is garbage." Or C, what happens more often than not, one of us is going to think it's phenomenal, the other one's going to think it's garbage.
Probably the one who drilled
court.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is like that same layout, there's so many times I've had people come into the store and it was like, hey, so-and-so's rolling such and such ball. I want it drilled just exactly like theirs. Okay, no problem. Cash or card. They come back about a day or two later and like, Michael, this ball sucks. And it's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, it's not hooking at all. And I was like, oh, well, we would like to go out and find your positive access point if possible, because your access point might be different from mine or Curtis's. So my point to all that is if you like the motion, like if you go out there, like you like I go out here, I'm rolling this ball, you're like, man, I really like the way that ball corners on the end. I really want to see that for myself. Okay, great, got it. I find your access point. I'm going to map it out. Where the holes are drilled and where the pin and everything is relative, they may be in a different spot. And the first thing without you knowing is you're going to go, Mike, that's not drilled like yours. No, but it's going to give you the same motion as mine.
But just even in my head, I know that I don't want mine drilled like yours because it's for you.
True. But another thing about it is the manufacturer gives us a couple of layout recommendations for bowlers that are just starting to curve. I try to keep bowlers in like rhinos, raw hammers, low-end performance balls, because those are kind of like the training wheel of reactive bowling balls, excuse me. But again, some people come in and be like, first bowling ball, I want it to curve, I like it curving, man, that black wheel looks good, let me get that. So, do you have your own ball? Well, no, this is my first reactive ball. We don't particularly know where we're going to put it, so therefore we have to go to the manufacturer's recommendations. We would love to get out there and find your positive access point each time, but sometimes it's just, again, it's beyond what we can
It's
do.
practically guesswork at that point.
Well,
So,
again, we go, that's why the manufacturer's recommendations. That's why I have one or two in my head where it's like, and another thing is I ask customers all the time, like, okay, do you know where you want these holes drilled? Sometimes they'll say, whatever you recommend, and sometimes they'll go, yeah, I want to do it like right about here, or just where, here say. And we'll give them what they want. I actually had a guy came in the other day, no thumbing, two-handed. He's tracking over his fingers, and what tracking means, so I can help Dustin here.
Yeah. Just gonna be the oil when you throw it.
Yeah, so you see where you're,
Yeah.
this is what we call flare and your track, or where you're tracking. Okay, so this guy was tracking, imagine no thumb, he's tracking right over his fingers.
It's not good, is it?
No, because it rumbles, the lane goes.
That's where your ball is rolling.
Yeah, you're hearing that noise, so it's tracking. Yeah, so it's tracking over. So he brought in a ball for me to drill for him, and I found his access point. Now, one thing that we have kind of gotten into in the world of drilling bowling balls is the fact that with no thumbers and two-handers, they're going to roll it, 9 times out of 10, they're going to roll it differently each time. So you can't get a real accurate access point. So we have to measure it based on, I usually have to do it about 4 or 5 times, and I measure every single time, and I do the halfway point. That's what the industry standard is.
You're saying there's no consistency with two-handed bowlers.
Not always, no.
It makes sense.
Not always. And these are the manufacturers, like this is what we're getting from seminars and stuff.
I was just trying to get you hate mail from two-handed bowlers.
Listen, I'm not trying to do that right now. I mean, I'm not dropping the pipe bomb right now.
No, nobody
No
can.
problem.
The two-handers, man, that's become such a huge, that's not going away. That's such a staple.
And to clarify for Facebook and YouTube, I do not literally mean a pipe bomb. I mean CM Punk, wrestling, dropping a microphone after cutting a promo.
Oh, he did.
Yes. So anyway, go ahead.
Speaking of two-handers, though, this is a true story. We got a new tortoise yesterday. His name's Belmo. We named him Belmo. So nothing against you two-handers. Gosh, their rev rates, though, man. I can't. It would be insane. Sorry, keep going.
No, I mean,
I have personally seen with two-handers in my short time here that they're either really good or they really suck.
Yes. Well, no, I think what that is, I've seen it too. First ball, it's basically like if you don't strike on the first ball, there's no control. Like, and because what's the first thing you told me, Mike? Strikes are for show.
spares are for dough.
If you can't pick up your spares, your game's gone. So I mean, you could be black. Because I've seen some. It's almost Yeah,
I've seen so many. I mean, we have Nick, who's a two-handed bowler, who's really good.
really
I
good.
see a lot of other bowlers, and they just can't control when it's spinning. They're just going this way.
Nick
this
has
way.
control though.
Yes, okay, he's a really good version.
Yes, Nick
But I
is
see a
great.
lot more people that can't control
Right.
the ball they have bowling at two hands, and I don't see them get better that often.
No. Well,
Why would you say that? Because they're not practicing, or because they're not adjusting, just doing the same thing over and over again, and hoping it's different. And getting
Insanity.
when it doesn't.
All three of those.
Yes.
All three. Okay.
No, I mean, here's the deal, guys. This is what it comes down to, and I'm gonna hurt some people's feelings when I say this. I don't really care because it needs to be said, okay? At the end of the day, there is not enough practice, okay? And what I mean by that is like, I remember when I was 18, 19, or 20, I was in the bowling alley all the time. This is when I semi-enjoyed it.
yes.
All right,
Forgive me for that one.
all right.
Did we
Totally.
assemble? Is that what we do? We got with Power
Is
Rangers.
that what, yeah, the Power Rangers?
Do
Yeah.
we assemble?
Yeah, do we, no, that's Avengers assemble.
But no, we're putting in your time to get better.
Yeah.
You're doing the work to get the effect.
Yeah, and now one thing I will say that the youth bowlers of today have that I didn't, they are bowling on tougher patterns now. They go to a tournament, like they're doing the Pepsi or something, they're putting out a sport pattern. We're not talking like challenge, we're not talking recreational, we're talking sport. We're talking about the sweeper patterns I put out on sport that are,
You just gave some levels there. You said challenge.
Yeah.
What are the levels of sport patterns?
so most house shots are considered recreational.
Okay.
When you go up to the next level of challenge, basically you're taking a bowler's area away. So whereas on a house shot you have this much area, challenge is cut in half. Sport, it's like bowling in a telephone booth.
What you're saying, the area on the lane, you have to put yourself down.
Yes, yeah, where you have to play on the lane.
The margin for error gets smaller
Yeah.
and smaller.
So just to give you guys an example here, we're gonna go to the, I'm gonna change our angle here.
If y'all have any questions anytime about anything that's been said, shoot it out. If you agree, disagree, curious about something, let us know
I'm gonna show you guys
on
this.
anything.
I'm gonna show you guys this.
And also, I'm here for you too, because I'm the person who does not understand the terminology. So I'm going to ask a bunch of questions.
Yes.
Just like when you threw in challenge, I'm like, I don't know.
That
what
was good
challenge
because I hadn't
is.
heard challenge
I
because
hadn't
we
knew
talked
that.
about shot a lot because I knew about the house and rec and sport and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But then challenge is like, come on, Michael,
Well, you know.
Mikhail.
So just to give you guys, so check this out. First game average amongst all bowlers today was 169.66. The second game, the bowlers average was 175. The last game, 163.22. So oil patterns can determine the scoring pace.
Mm-hmm.
And this right here, again, look at this. So you usually see a high number in the first game, and then you usually see a drop off, and you usually see a comeback. But today, these bowlers, semi okay with 170 and 175. Somebody had it figured out. There were some high scores there. And in the last game, 163. I mean, look, 1-200, y'all. There was 1-200
Yeah.
shot in game 3 today. It was 229 after that. I mean, the lowest game shot today, there was a 96 bowl today, y'all. 96. And then the last game he had was 119. Again, it's just like you're looking at numbers, you're looking at trends of these oil patterns. And I could probably do all of these and show you guys like how a particular pattern is played, whether it's played correctly, incorrectly.
That could be a cool thing for Coach's Corner.
Yeah.
Well, just quick thing. Was this pattern played correctly based on those scores today?
For the first 2 games, Ryan Kendall did.
As
He
a,
looked,
averaged out as a league, was the league the tournament sweeper, were they figuring out how to play the pattern correctly as a whole?
well, let's just see, 169, 175, 163. They shot, it's 507. And divide it by 3, a 169 average collectively for the day.
That's a no. That is a resounding no.
I'd be happy with
I me too.
Just, but understand, so to give you another layer of that, okay? So 169 on a pro pattern. These guys are probably averaging about 200 to 210 on a house pattern. Big difference,
Yeah.
30
Yeah,
to 40
yeah.
pin difference.
From that perspective, I
Yeah.
can
Yes.
understand.
And that brings me back to my point. Practice your spares.
Yeah.
For the love of all that is holy, folks, practice your spares. This becomes more apparent every single year of high school bowling that we have. When we were watching high school bowling on Mondays and Wednesdays, where's the spares? I mean, I believe when we had episode 2, when we had Cagle in here, he was talking about like the spares are non-existent almost.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're not making, like, they're making 0% of their spares, because they are obviously, but they're obviously not practicing.
Well, there's not as much emphasis because it's not as exciting.
It's not as flashy
Yes.
as fair.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys an example here, and I'm gonna ask which way you would wanna go, okay? You two as well. Would you rather shoot, okay, let's just say you're bowling for $100.
Mhm.
$100. All right, now this is like per game.
Mhm.
$100 per game.
Yes. You shoot 279 and you do not win $100. The next game you shoot 162 and you win $100. Which one do y'all want to happen more often than not?
The winning of the money or the score in general?
Depends how often. Depends
Which
how
one
often
do you want?
Depends how often I'm putting up $100, and they're all in singles, by the way.
I'm just saying, let's not worry about those kind of factors.
Well,
Look
if I
at
score
it.
the first game, I'd rather bowl better.
279.
I'd rather bowl at 279 and lose $100.
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
You're not
You
getting rid of
gotta
handicaps in, are you?
No,
Okay,
we're
making
talking
sure.
like just, I'm giving you a score.
Yeah, 279.
Guys, you can shoot 279 and almost be perfect and not win anything.
Yes.
But I
You
can
could
get
be
my
on-
personal growth.
Yeah.
Okay, follow me here.
Okay, all right.
You can shoot 160 3 times and win $100 and win $300 instead of shooting 279. So you shoot 279 3 times
We're
and win
obviously
no
not getting
money.
the point you're trying to get to.
The point I'm trying to make is like scores. Like if the field is not bowling worth the flip and you're shooting just enough to win high game pot, that's where you win your money.
Well, when you put it that way,
Yeah.
you were just
it
giving
wasn't
me
a great
like,
analogy,
there was no
but that
score. You
was
said
279.
score and
Yeah,
score.
No, so I just want to see what's more important to y'all without the story. And the problem is we would rather bowl well and not win 0 for money.
Yes, because I don't care about. Me personally, I'm in the stage right now in bowling where I don't care about money.
If I
I'm
could
bowling
shoot
to get
279 all
Yes.
the time, that'd be cool.
I will pay $100 to be able to bowl.
I know, right?
It doesn't like
I'm
this.
sorry, Michael,
Yeah.
we're just damn good average
Yeah.
bowlers. I'm sorry.
Yes, actually, that's a good point. We're just speak out. Let us know what you think. Actually, we'd be very intrigued to know what you guys
No,
think.
you guys are saying the same thing everybody else is, and it just
Why would you
boggles my
expect
mind.
different though? Why?
Because I would rather be like skillful as I am, shoot $160 and go and get me handed $100 bill.
I think that's the difference is you've already
Yes.
conquered like 300.
279 is nothing to you.
We're not there. We're trying to get there. We
Yes.
can settle off and be like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, would you rather shoot 160 and win a tournament or 300 and lose?
300
300
and
to
lose.
lose.
So you don't want money.
Not
I
for
want to
bowling.
be confident. I have
You
not.
want to be a competitive bowler.
I mean, yeah, if I'm in there, yeah, I do want to
Do
be.
you want to win money?
I mean, if I'm there, yes.
You're bowling tonight.
I want to bowl at 300.
You want to win money though, too.
No, I would rather bowl at 300.
Okay.
I would rather have this.
We have-
Whatever I have to do to get this.
And if you get this, you get money.
But you're missing our
But I'm saying
point. Ryan.
we have not hit that.
We
We're still
don't-
trying to climb the mountain right now. We have
Yes.
not hit
Okay,
the
I
peak
understand
yet.
that. Okay, you're looking at it from that side of it. I'm
And-
looking at it from a perspective of you are bowling in a tournament, you are scraping by to get into a cut, to get into a set.
Oh, in that case, oh yeah, of course. I mean, if I'm bowling 170, but I'm still ahead of the pack, I'm gonna be happy
Okay.
in that context. But I'm saying, but if you ask me if I would rather bowl a 300
And lose? Absolutely.
yeah, I would take the 300 because I would like to have that mark on. Oh, I
Yes.
bowled a 300. I
Yes.
would like that.
Do we have any input on this so far? Is it all the same?
No, but Derek just said, hey,
What
y'all.
up? Derek,
Hey, what's up, Derek?
great timing, my friend. And I'm glad that we
That was a
actually
good,
did the
that was a
tournament
good, that was a good sequence right there. I like it. Two different perspectives.
first.
I'm not being a smart ass either. I'm being legitimately like, that's what this is all about, right?
Yeah, we upvoted you, so we win.
Well,
That's
what
fine.
he said. Yeah, and plus, I mean, yeah. Anyway, Derek, how you doing, brother? We all send you our best of love and on a better, well, to change the subject, let's go over to Derek.
Yeah.
It's good to have you in, man. We hope you're doing well. And there's an update if y'all had seen him on the last show. Mike, you want to jump back in?
So, as you guys know, Derek was our special guest in the last episode. He told us about his cancer journey. Well, it took a little bit of a negative turn the next day. He got real sick. And Derek, if you're on here, you can verify for us everything. It is great to hear that. He is doing okay. He ended up having to have another craniotomy in the same spot he had just about, I think it was like a month and a half prior. Derek confirmed that for us. And I got a message from him probably a couple weeks ago, and he said he was home. And I guess they got another spot taken off for him. But that's pretty much the gist of it. All right, good. I got everything correct. Yay! All right, all right. Well, good deal, man. Like I said, that's pretty much it. But he's at home. He's resting. Derek, hopefully, are you back to work, or maybe you can let us know what's going on with you, man? And you know, we had a lot of people asking.
Yes, for sure, following. So it's great to have you joining us here a little bit. So glad to hear you're doing better, man.
So yeah, we got that going up there. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if anybody's commenting on our YouTube feed.
I think we've covered most of what we needed to today, so we'll start getting ready to make last call. We'll just touch on subscribers. We are up to 235 subscribers.
On YouTube?
Yes.
No, we're at 255.
Woo! Look at that.
Look,
Not
yeah,
bad.
right here.
Heck yeah, I bet I saw the 3 as a 5. I
Yeah, it's
like
okay.
it. Heck yeah, man.
Because it was 250 last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, every
I like
little bit counts.
Thank you to everybody. That's awesome. And upcoming events, I know you alluded to something that you said you're not gonna reveal. Is that something that Curtis and I don't even know about?
No,
I'm not gonna press that or anything. I just didn't know.
No. So I'm wanting to do different tournament formats, and you know, specifically for the brand, especially starting in the league. And I think one of the things that I'm working on as again, haven't finalized anything, so trying to get this up here. Sorry. We may be doing some sort of doubles format next go around. Instead of the singles, we might do doubles.
That'd be cool.
I'm trying to work out the details on how that would work. Obviously, if we did do the doubles format, we would have to limit the field in the sense of, you know, we changed the name of the league 3 league sessions ago. We've had 3 different league champions, 3 different sets of gold hats given out. And we are, you know, I'm having, it's in this, like the early brainstorm, so that's kind of why I haven't really divulged much with you guys, but it's been in my head.
I like it.
And it might be something we go in with as far as a potential format for like the next go around or something. So that's another thing that's kind of going through my head. There's been another tournament concept in my head that I've been thinking about doing, wanting to do. And let's see, no, not till, so Derek's not going back to work till the end of April. Okay, cool. Thanks for that update, Derek. But back to the tournament idea. It's just, like I said, just trying to throw something against the wall, see if it sticks. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to really see how this tournament goes tonight and kind of see the feedback I'm getting. Like I said, I know we're not having as many as we did the first time, which is to be expected. It is the summertime, and usually your fall, winter time, you're going to have more participation. Like I said, our leagues in the fall are usually bigger than the summer and the spring, so that usually is one of the things to take into consideration of, like, you know, timing of running a certain tournament or whatever. But I am super excited. We're going to get the phone set up. Another thing I was going to let you guys know too, we're going to set the phone for YouTube. We are going to be going live on YouTube when the tournament starts, and 9 and 10 will be our featured lanes. Curtis, I know you're not going to be here. I wish you were, but understand, it's understandably so. But no, we're gonna have that, and 9 and 10 is gonna be where the finale is on tonight. So the championship match is gonna be on 9 and 10, and hopefully he's not gonna be in the commentary booth. He's gonna be in the match itself.
Hopefully.
We got a lot of hopefuls here. That's another thing about it is, it's like we've got a lot of hopefuls. I've heard a lot of trash talk, especially. I've heard the most trash talk I've probably ever heard since I unveiled this belt.
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
very interesting
Yeah.
for our own Dustin to win the tournament, and then we have to interview him
Him.
on the podcast.
Oh man, that'd be funny.
Wearing the belt.
No, what would be funny is like, we'll have him interview himself.
Yeah.
We'll go along the way.
That's about how it would go. Oh man, that'd be awesome though. No, that would be really cool. And again, it's just extremely impressive, man, with what you've done.
So
So
it's not, like I said, this is a decent looking belt. I mean,
Yeah.
like, look, I'm gonna show you guys right here.
it's a
The pins are gonna fall, but that's okay.
decent.
They didn't fall.
All right, see? So,
Yeah.
try to show the Facebook.
And we got more pictures coming with it. We
Upside
had,
down.
we had a fun time, little photo shoot the other day. So
We did.
more pictures
And
coming with
then
it. It's
YouTube.
awesome.
But no, like seriously, you guys look at this. It's,
Yeah,
I mean,
man, that's awesome.
it goes over your shoulder. If you're not horizontally challenged like I am, you can go around the waist. I mean, just think about, look, just trying to motivate Destiny.
As you
Oh,
saw
yeah.
some of the pictures that go around your
Yes.
neck.
Smell it too. Oh yeah,
Yeah, look, it smells it.
yeah, you can.
So-
It'll be yours.
But yeah, this right here, this is up to y'all tonight. How bad do you want this? Oh, and $300, but as important as this. So, anywho.
That was almost a great ending.
I'll
We should
spend
end that.
$300 in a day. That belt is forever,
That's right.
or until it wears.
So, but yeah, that's just kind of the stuff we've got coming up here. And I mean, again, you know, it's been a very successful Winter League season. We're coming down to the end. And I think before we get off here, I mean, Curtis, you do that better than I do. So, a couple things I'm gonna say here, okay? And I'm not gonna go off script here. But I do want to say a couple things, and that's this. So, from the perspective of working in the bowling alley, in the pro shop, my whole career, one of the things I really want to say to everybody is when you come in here, I want you guys to know that we do our damnedest to put out the best product possible. Everybody that works the bowling center is doing their best they can. I'm doing the best I can, and I know there's probably been a couple of times I've come off pretty rude, for the lack of a better word. Guys, I'm bowlers like y'all, and when I'm out here trying to bowl a league, and I have no league officer obligation to, I just want to be a bowler. I just want to be like y'all. I mean, I understand people, I'm a source of information, and I appreciate that. Nobody appreciates that more than I do. But there's a time when I'm a bowler like y'all. And if I'm a league officer, that's different. I mean, like I said, I'm president of the Monday Night League, that's fine. But just to let you guys know that we bust our ass for all of y'all. Curtis, I speak for Curtis. I speak for Zach. I speak for Ronnie. I speak for the mechanics. And nothing is perfect. But I just want you guys to know that we're doing our damnedest to put out the best product possible. And I know that and if you think that we're not exceeding expectations, we put more pressure on ourselves than you will ever know. I personally have put so much pressure on myself, and sometimes it has got the best of me. So one of the things I'm going to leave y'all with is if you do not learn to rest, your body will rest for you. And it is not spoken more truly than for the fact of somebody that pours their heart and soul into something. I have given my whole life for this business. Wherever I've been, AMF Parkway Lanes, Monarch Lanes, Playmore Lanes, AMF Penn Palace Lanes, Bowl Madison, Madison Bowling Center, I have ate, slept, and breathed bowling. It is all I know. It is the one thing I am decently good at in my life. And that is not me tooting my own horn. That is me and what I have come to accomplish, where I have had people help me bring ideas to life, like this podcast. This podcast is not possible without these two and their help. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. And I'm just here to tell everybody out there, when you come in here, try to exude some patience, because trust me, we are just as impatient about the lanes working as you guys are. If I'm not speaking anything truthfully, Curtis, please correct me. Okay, he's not correcting me, so I'm gonna go with it. But I just want you guys to know, like I said, I am not saying anything negative. I'm not saying anything negative about anything or anyone. I am just saying, we bust our ass for y'all because we care. And there might seem like days to you that it don't feel like that we give a damn, because we're people and we're human beings too. And we get tired. And there's some days when you see me out in public, I don't want to talk about bowling. Ask me about something else. Ask me about how my life is. Like, be human, okay? Take the bowling aspect out of it when you see me out in public. Like, if I'm in the shop, I don't mind giving you 1,000%. I'll do anything you need me to do to better your game and help you become a better bowler if that's what you want to do. But I guess I'm just trying to be a little bit more human about this and say that just we are doing our best. And I hope that everybody out here sees that, or even just, you don't have to say anything to me, okay? I don't need you to. But every once in a while when you leave at night for league, you know, tell the people at the counter, hey, thanks for everything you do. We appreciate you being here. Because guys, y'all don't understand. If these people ain't working in here, we don't have a league to come bowl to. We ain't doing this tournament. You ain't got the mechanic here to fix your lane or any of that. Even if, like I said, even if they're not up to your standard, they're here and they're working. And it's because of anything else, they do care, even if it's just not as much as you think they should. They do give a damn. So I just want to say that on behalf of myself, that, again, I love what I do, and if I didn't love what I do, I would have been gone a long time ago. So anyway, thank you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching the podcast. I appreciate these two for helping me get this off the ground. I appreciate everybody out there that's ever bowled in any of a tournament I've ever hosted, any sweeper I've ever put together, any league I've ever put together. I really do appreciate it, but I just wanted to bring that into context because that has really been gnawing me lately. And I don't want, and maybe somebody's going to take it the wrong way because everybody does at some point or another. You're not going to make everybody happy. I understand this, but I needed to get that off and say, please, we are doing our best to give you the best possible product possible.
Slide. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got the pipe on. It happened.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anything was incorrect. You said it all.
No.
All I would even say is just one of the couple things that made me think while you were talking, that I would just express that I want to tell people all the time is it's common sense. Use some common sense, stop and think. I don't even want to use the word entitled or anything like that, but just use some common sense and realize there is a season. That means there's a time and a place for everything. Like you said, he's in the shop, 1,000% bowling. But if he's throwing league and he's not obligated to anything, it's like, that's not the time to go ask him for a drill ball, you know what I mean? It's just common sense things like that with anything. There's a season, there's a time and a place for everything. I'm already teaching my kids this, I teach all my soldiers that. Anybody, look, there's a time and a place, there's a season. Let's get your seasons right, okay? Because it's absolutely correct. So, and I want to, not that it needs validating, but I worked here for a little while, and you heard me talk about on previous episodes, it is, everybody here is busting their ass. Quite impressively, more so than I would have thought. So more so than they need to, for sure, and more so than they're getting paid for definite. I don't mean that as a knock at all, but I mean,
Preach.
dude,
Let 'em
no,
go. Let 'em
you're
go.
absolutely correct. Everybody here works their ass off. So that's, I would not say that if it were not true, believe me. So that's just my opinion and a half on the back end. But,
just like I said, it's been boiling up in me.
yeah.
And I want to be able to put it into a way that I per se didn't go off in a Jim Cornette manner, because that would have been really awful.
Yes. You're gonna get you a tennis racket.
Give me a tennis racket for the next one.
Yeah, I like
Give me the
Yeah.
red ruby red
Oh,
glasses
yeah.
too. But no, it's just like I said, guys. It's just like, you know, I love this business, and there is nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody. And I'm cutting a promo here, okay? And at the end of the day, nobody eats, breathes, or sleeps this business more than I do.
You hear that out there? Nobody.
And again, it's because, like I said, that if I did not care, I would not do it. I would not have these ideas constantly going through my head. Y'all don't realize I sit at home most of the night and I'm playing The Legend of Zelda at night to de-stress, and I still have ideas in my head. What tournament can I do that'll work? How much money can I offer here? What is the chance of this? And I have so many questions that go through my head, and I try to, and the thing about it is like I answer myself a lot of times too.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're having a conversation with yourself. It's just, again, like I said, we care, guys. I know there's some days it may not seem like it, but by God, we do. And if you don't, again, like I said earlier, if you don't think it ain't eating at us, think again. So, I mean, again, my biggest example is like when we're sitting there waiting on a call today, and I'm just like, I'm getting very fidgety. It's like when you know a call shouldn't take a certain amount of time or whatever, you know? Guys, at the end of the day, I say this not because it's a knock to anybody, but it's because then the bowlers are in my ear. It's like, oh my God, what's going on? I wish I knew. I wish I could give you an answer, but I can't. So, anywho, just want you guys to know we're doing everything we can. We're busting our ass for you guys, and we're going to keep on doing it until we just can't go no more.
Until you rest yourself.
Or your body will do it for you.
Yeah.
No, like seriously, if you
I'm
if
fully
you don't,
aware.
yeah, if you,
I'm trusting.
that's
I'm
where
absolutely
people
aware.
get sick.
On the things that you're doing, that's all. I think it's all been. No, you're killing it, cooking. Kitchen's on fire. But with the things that we're doing, I know we've mentioned a little bit, not bringing back, but doing maybe another season or type of thing of the hot sauce spare challenge. Greg, if you're listening, I've already signed us up. We're gonna be doing that soon, buddy.
Yeah.
But I know we're gonna kick that off, I think, and we're trying to. Do we want to line up? How
Well,
many more would we need for that? Do you think?
well, I mean, we just do it a little bit at a time. I mean, start with one episode and go with the next. So maybe by the time we can get our next episode will be the night after league's done, and we can do it right then.
Sweet.
Because I think that's what we were doing at a time or two or something,
Yeah.
something like that. I'm not
Yep.
sure.
And there's other things we've been talking about. So again, y'all have any input on anything you want to see, how you liked it, questions, comments, concerns, bitches, scraps, complaints, whatever. Send it, let us know. And we appreciate it. Because like we've said from episode 1, you know, and Mike said earlier, we want to bring you the best product that we can. So there's a lot of work that we do behind this to try to do that for you guys. So we want your input. We need your input. We listen to your input. So
I like to say this with the passion that's running high in here. I like, because you also put that into your league, like the tournament we're having tonight. I mean, it can sometimes be a difference, but it's also the driving force behind what you want to bring to it to make things better. So, I mean, I hope you guys appreciate that, and I hope you bring the same passion tonight when y'all try to win this belt in the tournament tonight.
I just love that you're sitting there chilling. It looks very natural right now.
I'm not allowed in the tournament, though.
He's not a member of the league.
Oh, that's why. That's the reason I thought.
Not because I'm black.
Okay.
No.
I was alluding to that. Because I was like, I don't know if I should say this right
And
now.
that was a joke. Grow up, grow up.
Imagine if I would have said that. I wanted to, so I'm glad you did. All right.
Well,
But,
he did.
hey,
So,
yeah, good point.
who
man.
are favorites that we think are going to walk away?
Well, I know one of them's Roy, I think, right?
Roy is a favorite. Let me just pull up the list here.
I don't think I haven't bowled against Roy yet. Our team may have one weekend when I was out of town. I haven't got to throw against Roy yet.
Well, Roy is one, and I'm talking about people that bowled in this previous league session. So,
Yeah.
Roy's one of them. He's just about the only one that's in that category.
I think there were three. Two
Well-
or three that were
Well,
faves.
Phil Perry is, I think I got him at 5-1.
Yes, he's below.
Let's see here. Travis Moore is a 5-1. Chase Shoulders is a 5-1. Bobby McMillan is a 7-1, and I give that to him because he's a defending champion.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of the 5-1s. A lot of them.
actually, another one on here that's a 7-1. Actually, is Stephen McKinney.
Ooh, attaboy.
And Sam Swinford is on that list also. A couple of our alumni is coming in, of course. I mean, you can look at Ricky Cease. You can look at Derwin Graham, Ricky Graham. You can look at Todd Turner,
Ricky.
Austin Irwin, any of
I'm
them.
watching you, Ricky.
You know, again, but we've got one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8. We have 8 alumni bowling. We have 25 members of the league. So,
That's pretty cool.
so we're at 33. Like I said, as of right now we're at 33. So, but we will pay. So with 33, we will pay out the top 8 tonight. If you make the top 8 cut, you're gonna get some cash.
Nice. Cash
I'm, I'm putting my money on Zach tonight. I think Zach's gonna win it.
Hey, he just won the league.
I know he got a lucky streak going on. So I'm putting
Well,
my money
yeah,
on
he did.
Zach.
He won both strike pots to end the season.
Did he?
And Ben won the league.
Well, no, but timeout though. Just want you guys to know that he is the reason we're going to have tag team title belts. He was our donor for that. So
Yes.
we have to say
Which
thank
is
you,
great,
Zach.
and we have thank you, Zachary.
I'm betting on Zach's lucky streak following, and I'm going with Zach.
I just drilled him a new ball too, y'all.
Nice. I might have to get that new
Hammer effect.
Yes, hammer.
I'm going with Zach, or I'm going with Yachty, just because that's a long shot.
That's a super dog.
Yeah, Zach or Yachty, that's what I'm going with.
Oh, okay, you're going on one end and the opposite of the spectrum.
Yep.
See, she told me last night she was just donating. And I was like, now, Yachty, we're not going to think like
I
that.
tell you what, I'm going with Greg
Right.
because he bowled like, and I love you. You normally bowls better than me, so I can say this. He bowled like ass last week, but his knee was hurting. Really. No, his knee was hurting.
Yeah.
Like he almost dropped it on the lanes, so I was about to just call timeout, like you're out of here, kid.
Yeah.
But he did. He bowled through, and did not bowl well, so I know he's not happy about that. And he's a pretty competitive guy anyway.
Look, I'm going to
So
tell
I
you.
can see him getting on his game. Let's go, Greg.
I'm gonna tell you guys something else too, okay? Look out for Miss Kelly Smith. She made the
yeah.
round 8 last time,
Yes.
and she was our guest on the first episode.
Yeah.
She went in with a 96 average and 103 pins of handicap. And let me tell you guys, since from that league, the end of that league, the end of this league, she is now averaging 103 and has 96 pins of handicap. So she's increased her average 7 pins, almost 1 strike. It's incredible stuff.
They were.
JC is also, you gotta look, any of these people that made the top 8 last time, JC is
Yeah.
up there at 165 and 40. Same with your teammate, Greg, he's at 165 and 40.
Yeah.
Any of these people, again, it takes one game to turn it around. So my biggest advice to you guys is look, don't let one, like if you start off, especially you two, okay, you hear this out as well.
Mhm.
If you start off with a bad game, just look at it like this. I got 2 more to turn this thing around.
Yep. One frame, one ball at a time. And that actually does help too. I don't want to try to rabbit hole this, but when you can get in the focus of not watching your score,
Mm-hmm.
just throwing,
Mm-hmm.
man, when you can do that, that helps so much. Like not throwing a ball, and like, where am I at? Or try to follow your score so much.
I never learned that one.
I've done it a couple of times, so be honest, I've done it a couple of times and it's been great, but normally I'm
Not only do I do that, I'm looking and I'm counting the
Oh,
frames
sure,
that I
sure.
have for strikes
Yeah.
and all that.
Mhm.
I can get here. Then
Yeah.
then I throw it in the gutter because I'm looking up at the sky. That's the problem.
Oh, man.
You trip because you're looking up at the sky the whole time.
Yeah. Well, this will be my second time throwing with the new rig setup, the ball and juice.
How you feeling about it?
Good. Good.
Kind of on average how you were bowling before, or better, worse?
I think I could tell, to be honest, I can tell a huge difference with the shoes.
Shoot.
Having that,
matter.
yes, and I mean, having such a solid pair, because the other ones were cool, man, but they were like novelty shoes, dude, you know what I mean? Like, they're about to start falling apart anyway, and this and that, they're not made to bowl, they're made to just bowl like once or twice a year.
Like show up at a tournament like when I got these shoes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
that thing.
So I feel taught, like, it changes almost everything about it, like, feel higher off the ground with the soles. I feel like I'm wearing actual shoes, my other ones were almost more like padded.
You have to
slippers.
change your stride or speed or anything?
Not really. I've been paying attention to that. I did notice though, and I even told Greg this last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure that the doctor over here is gonna tell me exactly what's going on with it. But when I would wear the older shoes, my follow through, my back foot would slide and stay on the ground and slide and close out. I didn't like, you know how Delgado Nick's got that huge leg kick on the back end, like his foot will come way up here. Mine would just slide all the way across the back. So I would focus on my follow through and then keeping the foot down there, right? But with these new shoes, I've noticed, I was trying to do that, but my foot would kick up more. It naturally kicks more in that follow through. So it feels like a naturally different follow through with my foot.
Well, don't try to match Nick. He's 80 years younger.
Oh my gosh, no, that break my back.
Hey, we
No,
had,
no, I'm not trying to at all, but I feel my leg going.
we got a comment from Mr. Chase Shoulders on our YouTube feed. He says, I'm coming for that belt. He feels like the high game tonight should be scratch scores.
I'm sure he does, because that's the story he always tells. It's not a scratch tournament, is it?
No,
If you want a scratch tournament, sign up for a scratch tournament.
He did. Hey, can't say that. He bowled just about every single one of my scratch sweepers this last season. So
Is he
That's
in
great.
the Scratch Masters
Yes.
on Wednesday night coming up?
I think so, yeah.
There it
That's
is,
where you
Jake.
go to get your scratch scores, not this one. So, just what it is. That's how it is.
Cool you down, buddy.
That's one of those things that comes along. When you get yourself worked up on it and leave
I know.
about the handicaps, with like, if I ever bowl at 300 and lose, I'm quitting.
Hey,
That's fair.
let me tell you
That's
something.
fair.
Let me tell you
That's
something
fair.
about that, okay? I said this the other night. So Wednesday night, I'm bowling Diana. I'm spotting her 31. and she starts off the front 5 against me. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, it is what it is. So I shot 257, scratch. She shot 261 on the handicap. I lost by 4. And then we started off, I think we started next game off like 2 or 3 in a row, and I said, please, Diana, I am pulling for you. I said, I'm pulling for me too. I said, because I want to shoot 300 and lose. I said, put me out of my misery. I am old Yeller. Put me out of my misery. And then she messed up the next ball. And I went down and I told Jonathan Bertram, I said, I think the universe has this against me because they know I have never been so serious about something in my life. And that's why the universe has worked against me every single time. But no, speaking of which, I'm going to end out here because we're about 20 minutes away from the tournament table opening up. Yes, main event scratch is starting up May 15th, Wednesday nights here at Finn Palace Lanes. $30 a week, 12 weeks. Bring your best 3-person team. It's all scratch. And it's like low average to high average. Bowler against bowler.
Peterson point.
Peterson point, yes.
And for those of you that don't know what Peterson point is, neither do I.
I have no idea. I thought
It's
that was
low average, their low average bowls against your low average. Middle average bowls against their middle average. High average versus their high average, and you go head to head. And it's 5 points per game. And it's 10 points for totals. So 2 for each team game and 4 for totals. 25-point system.
It took me years to figure that out, honestly.
I'm not even close to that right now.
And I only figured it out once I started doing like the league pals and actually.
Yeah.
So you set up league like this. Oh, that's how. Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this, Chase. Okay, yeah, I guess the score is a 320, but all it takes is someone who has almost 100 handicapped out of a lucky game, and I'm out of a high game. Well, this is very true, and I mean, again, like I totally get your feedback there, Chase. Trust me, I'm on board with you. But again, handicap is handicap there for a reason. And one of the things I will say, okay, is kind of goes against my whole philosophy of what I just spoke of. Okay, knowing the statistics like I do, that one game happens about 20 to 30% of the time. Are you gonna put it back on there without the pins falling?
So I can see it.
Okay.
That's what it's about.
Curtis got tired of holding the belt.
It is a little heavy.
Heavy as the crown.
Yes,
Heavy
yes,
as
it
it
is.
is. So no, that's good. No, it's all fun. It'll be a good time. No, absolutely,
Oh,
Chase.
yeah.
Absolutely. But I mean, again, this is good feedback right here, okay? Because it gives, like I said, I'm all about different perspectives, and we had that good stuff earlier, about the money versus your high score.
Mhm.
Good stuff right there, and that's what it's all about. And it's not like we're going to sit here and try to get in each other's faces and prove a point or anything like that. So, but no, I mean, this is good. This is good banner, and this is what this is all about. And I think honestly, this is probably the most. This is the most feedback I think we've had.
Well,
on the
I'll
episode.
tell you one other thing though with Chase. I would never bowl Chase scratch for money. I will be perfectly honest with that. That's why, like, the handicap's out there for a reason. Chase would roll over me. I'd never bowl you scratch for money because I'd get destroyed. But yeah, man, absolutely. We're glad. Thanks for chiming in with it, man. Love watching you throw. And maybe we'll do another strike derby. We'll get you back for that. But it is, man. Thanks for tuning in. That's what we're doing this for, because there's lots of things that are talked about that there's things talked about in every circle, discipline thing that you do. So, I mean, everybody talks the same stuff, man.
Right.
So we appreciate you tuning in with it and having a conversation with us.
All right.
And I'm just glad I don't have to bowl you scratch.
Well, all right. Like
Sweet.
I said, we're gonna wrap it up here, my friend.
Yep, we're going to be live on lanes 9 and 10.
Mhm.
Is that going to be YouTube and Facebook?
Probably just YouTube.
Okay, so YouTube for live on lanes 9 and 10, and then
6:30.
6:30 we're going live, thank you. And if I do not move on at that point, I will move to the commentary booth. Hopefully you will not hear my voice again because I'll be bowling, but we'll
We got
see.
this.
We'll see how that train sails. So anyway, I will grip to the best of my ability. For CEO, founder, coach Michael Price, 2IC Curtis Rideout. I'm your host, Dustin Capps, for Damn Good Average Bowler, DGAB episode 6. Thank you for joining us. We are out.
Let's see.
Freeze frame.
Hold it.